One of the first things a child learns is to communicate with their parents. They let us know when they're happy, and they certainly let us know when they're sad. And parents quickly figure out what they need to give their child to make their life the very best it can be. Yet for some children, communicating and being understood can be a little more challenging.
When Amari was born, I have a very clear memory of him being put in my arms, put in my hands, and I immediately felt that Amari was different.
He was a very quiet, very easy, very good baby. It was awful. Any cold would lay him completely flat.
Well, he just didn't have the energy or the strength that the other two had. And I remember feeling quite confused by that.
At one point, I had a bag packed constantly because I was either being taken in an ambulance or driving him to A&E. I felt like I was screaming inside and nobody was listening.
Some of his fingers wouldn't straighten properly. That started to make us get very worried about him.
I then started to wake up and think, I know that this is not normal and that he's not okay.
We knew we had to get some expert help.
When we got the diagnosis, I came home and found Shereener very upset.
I remember getting the appointment that the results were in and to go to the paediatrics department.
We got a letter. I didn't know what it meant, chromosome 18.
And I just thought, oh God, I'm right, I don't want to be right.
None of the medical experts knew what it meant.
Nobody had heard of it. And if they had heard of it, they had never ever met a child with it.
The consultant said to us, well, we'll just have to see how he develops. We don't know if, for example, he will walk or he will speak.
I felt alone and as if I had to be the expert at all times.
So I did what everybody else does and Googled it. And that's when I first came into contact with the Chromosome 18 Registry and Research Society.
I got this pouring out of virtual love and support. Everyone understood. I couldn't believe I couldn't believe I wasn't on my own doing it anymore.
I have been accepted into this wonderful family. A family that doesn't judge, and a family that would be there to support you. And that was amazing.
Everything I know about him, I know from people emailing or people telling me or learning and from the 2 conferences I've been to.
And because other families have been through it and other parents have struggled with the issues we're struggling with, they are very able to help us with techniques and approaches, and that is really important.
Chromosome 18 Registry and Research Society is here to help children overcome the challenges they face so they may lead happy, healthy and productive lives. Fundraising is an important part of this, and we desperately need money to fund research into these little known genetic disorders. We also need to raise money for our annual conferences so that children and parents can meet up and share invaluable and scarce knowledge. Any contribution will go a long way in helping us to understand more of the very important things our children want to communicate.
Transparent eyelids. Don't a shrimp's heart is in its head.
It's the little differences that make life extra special, so please remember those who are special to us and give what you can.